And you think that was something that they talked about pre-draft? Because that seemed pretty fluid from them, where it just was very simple, no problems. Jinq and Faith Beyond, they knew that their roles were swapped from the get-go. So that's a strategy time talk. That they're like, hey, like listen, like you're better off probably throwing the Shadow Demon into a more of a farm priority role here.
It's more like a reaction because the enemy picked Undying plus Troll to lane against the Centaur. Centaur's not going to have a good time. So they just decided it was a really smart thing to demote the Centaur to a position 4 so the counters doesn't really affect the game too much because you're just a support and the Shadow Demon gets to farm in the lane. Win-win situation. Everybody's happy.
Dire team pick.
EHOME go Pangolier for Faith Beyond. He's been switching on and off this hero every so often. Played it, I believe, 2 days ago. But enjoying his time with the Pangolier.
10 seconds.
Now with the Magnus, Snapfire, Nyx Assassin, is there a final pick that comes to mind, or are we seeing that mid Magnus, or are we seeing maybe a safe lane Magnus come in?
I kind of feel like both is viable, but I prefer Magnus to go mid because of the same reasons I said yesterday about, I can't remember which hero, where I felt like, Medusa, where you want to get as much solo and you get easier access to the jungle because you're on the mid lane, it's nearer for you to walk over, so you tend to snowball faster. That's why I prefer the Magnus to go mid, unless you're up against like some lane that you can't play, then I understand you're trying to dodge the lane, but otherwise I prefer him going mid.
Radiant team ban.
I go for the Bane here for Newbee.
Oh, Bane has been getting more and more popular. Who was it that picked it yesterday? Was it Newbee as well?
Yesterday
like 2 games of Bane.
It was on EHOME yesterday.
And it was on SAG as well, right? They picked Bane Phoenix as their support duo.
They picked Shadow Demon Phoenix in the first game.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to see if they picked Bane in an earlier day, maybe. EHOME picked Bane the day before that as well.
I mean, I guess it's pretty good against the Pango. And it's just a all in all solid support to make sure that the Lycan doesn't get bullied in the lane too much.
Radiant team pick.
Storm Spirit.
Oh, is it time for Huskar? Then you have to do the Magnus safe lane. See, they expect the Magnus to go mid, so they're just putting Storm there. It's a great matchup. So let's see if EHOME decides to change the lanes so they get a lane counter.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's see if they commit to that Huskar. What would be the other play if they didn't go to that Huskar?
I'm thinking maybe Bloodseeker? I don't know. Bloodseeker feels decent against Lycan. It's also decent against the killing the egg because you have a lot of attack speed if everyone's low. Not so great against the Storm though. So. But preferably you want a melee hero, so maybe you can make use of. I mean, I guess Empower doesn't really. You don't really want to cast Empower on other people right now. You are just gonna cast it on yourself because it's better on you and weaker on your allies.
Choose your hero.
And they go to the safe lane DK, which we've been seeing a lot of.
No, I think it's
mid DK.
Yeah, it's a mid DK. DK is a overall solid pick here. Really good against the Lycan because you have high armor. The stun is good against the Storm. I mean, I think just all in all, useful, very useful hero here. Gives them damage as well.
I've been liking the safe lane DK though. I feel like it's yeah.
Oh, you like that disgusting lane? Okay, now I know how it is when you play Dota. Dragonite and Ogre in the same lane, and Ogre has Headdress, right? That's your dream, right? And you are the Dragonite.
I don't know. You put me off the ogre. You know, I feel like I just I used to be a
I'm
big ogre
starting to
guy.
understand you now. You're that guy in the game that picks Viper, Veno.
I don't want to be that guy. I do like Viper mid though. So Jinkyu on the 4 position, Nyx Assassin, Innocence on the Snapfire, Sylar with the Magnus, Faith Beyond on the Pangolier, nothing to say on the DK, AQ playing that Storm, Faith on the Bane, Wizard on the Centaur, Mugi with the Lycan, and Weishi on the Phoenix. EHOME, I feel like they've got more than enough lockdown to potentially deal with this Storm, but do Newbee have enough lockdown here themselves? The Electric Vortex, Nightmare, Fiend's Grip, and the Hoof Stomp, as well as if the Supernova does get off.
It's more about damage, so whether they have enough damage to kill all these tanky heroes like the DK, Magnus, they're all really, really tanky. I mean, it's also one thing to pick Storm into the Nyx. I mean, let's see if he has fun this game, playing against the Nyx.
Certainly can become troublesome for AQ.
Prepare for battle.
I mean, I think overall, if you look at the lineups, they both have very decent lineups. The Radiant lineup is more about having this kind of like tanky heroes, and you can outlast the enemy. All their heroes do a lot of damage, you know, if the fight goes longer. Whereas if you look at the Dire lineup, if you pop your Lycan ulti or your Storm zips in with his mana, and you don't kill one guy, you're going to lose the fight. GG, for sure. So EHOME's item choices should allow them, if they can allow them to stay alive and draw out the fight, they will win the fights very easily.
We'll go over at Faith for a moment.
30 seconds to battle.
I'm just going to take this outpost. They've got 3 heroes here, so could potentially be a disaster if Newbee look to contest this bounty rune.
Tell me, are we gonna see a 9-minute Hood Vanguard? Or maybe not Hood this game, but Vanguard plus what? Phase Boots? Centaur? It's a free lane, right? Centaur against Magnus. And he's doing the exact same build of Faith Band. One pull tangle and getting the ring right away.
Different from the headdress we saw in the previous game because of the swap that had gone on. But definitely a better feeling lane for the Centaur overall. I wonder if he'll get into the phase Vanguard as quickly. You said 9 minutes is the mark?
9-10, yeah.
Right.
He was Fabian got like what, Hood plus Vanguard yesterday at 9 minutes. He had a like absolute free lane.
We'll see if Wizard can have that good of a game.
Looking at the lanes, who do we favor? Dire seems like they're happy with mid. Storm against Dragon Knight. Storm is going to farm. Bottom lane is going to be Dire favored as well for the center. And top lane Lycan against Pangol seems like it's going to be a wash. So Dire should have 2.5 of the lanes. Mid, bottom, and 50-50 top. So they're going to be really happy if everything goes according to plan.
As of right now, Jinkyu taking a lot of damage over towards top. Who's just hitting him with those right clicks with the Nightmare, but they've got the Impale coming in. Wolves will push back this Nyx Assassin, and now there's the Nightmare out onto the Pangolier. Jinkyu not ready with an Impale just yet, still on cooldown for another 3 seconds. Faith forward, and we'll see if that's too far forward. Pangolier maybe looking to go back in with the Swashbuckle. However, he's sitting really low on health.
Do you use sleep to stop the pull? That's why he has sleep. That's rather strange. But either way, the Bane is doing an amazing job making the Lycan's game as smooth as possible.
Faith Beyond.
Oh my god, is he dead?
Body block
Right
from
click.
Jinkyu. The right click's there though. Faith gets the kill.
Win lace. Win lace, bro.
Game winning. 20 movement speed.
Oh man. Can everyone see me pinging? Oh
I
no.
saw the ping in the window ace.
Oh no. Okay, my bad. I shouldn't have pinged. Everyone can see.
I think just the casters can see that and spectators in game. Although I could put
Yeah,
some
but
pressure on and be
Dyer's-
like, maybe the players can see that.
Oh, thanks, mate. Dyer's winning all the lanes. By the way, if you are paying attention.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job. They've got that first blood over top. Nothing to say getting harassed mid. He's a level behind right now on AQ. And Centaur having a fun time. However, Weishi will end up dead to
Double
Sylar.
H.
Instead of the host stomp.
No way.
it's
Yeah, no way the Phoenix dies if he has a stun. I mean, does this help him better in the lane? I guess it does more damage. Better cooldown. Is it better than a 2-second stun?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, Phoenix is not gonna be too happy about that. He was like standing his ground trying to fight and then, oh wait, you don't have stun?
and he's going into the second level of Retaliate next, so he's not going to have that stun for a little bit longer.
He probably got triggered there. Wait, what? You don't have stun?
What do you mean he didn't take stun? They took over the outpost, but not worth too much just yet. It looks like they've got the Snapfire as well as the Nyx Assassin looking towards mid. But the ward is there for the storm.
Runes. Oh.
Scatterblast, Vortex, Knicker's Dive coming through from Weishi. They've got the Fire Snap Cookie as well as the Breathe Fire. AQ now. He might just end up dead.
attack
However,
speed.
Jinkyu.
Attack
Oh, Weishi. The Fire Spirits. Doing absolute work.
You got owned, mate.
They got played. Weishi the Savior. The Warded Savior coming in with the level 2 and the Fire Spirits. Such a great feeling. It's always good when you get that feeling of, I've done my job. I'm the support. I nailed it.
I've done my job, I'm allowed to die.
Well, you don't have to die necessarily, but you know, you show up, you're the savior of your mid. That's a feeling that resonates for the entire game. Although now Wizard dies, so maybe that feeling's fleeting very quickly.
There goes the 9-minute Hood Vanguard or Vanguard face mask. Maybe he's still pretty fat, but I don't think he's gonna get his Vanguard and face boot that quickly this game. He's halfway to his Vanguard. Mid lane, the catapult wave. Here comes the Bane.
Yeah, Faith
Hello,
moves
I'm
in.
trying to right click a Dragon Knight. Am I doing anything to him? Guess not.
Not with level 2 in the Dragon Blood, that's for sure.
He just
But
came
Phoenix
over
is
to
there
kill the
too.
catapult. He's just here to kill the catapult. Amazing. Just
Doesn't-
to stop the Dragon Knight from pushing a tower.
Doesn't even want to go on the DK. It's not even about him.
It's just about the car. That sweet BMW right there.
Radiant structures are
It's a different tournament.
Isn't that the Mercedes-Benz?
Oh yeah, you're right. I named the wrong car. It could be this tournament.
See? I knew.
So Echo Saber first for Sylar. Wizard, now he's got the stun. Get that 2-second stun out on the Sylar. Top, they're looking to put some pressure on. They've got the Nightmare on the Jinkyu. Swashbuckle back from Faith Beyond, but he's out of mana. Mugi pressure in the tier 1 tower. Mango delivered over to Pangolier, and he's sitting here so far with a Ring of Tarrasque as well as Boots. Is the Javelin next for Pangolier?
What? Pango has Ring of Taros?
So far.
Yeah.
Oh, Sylar gets traded for Wizard.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
This Helm of Dom is just helping the catapult kill the towers so quickly. This Pango can't do anything about it right now. I mean, next is going to be the mid tower. If he can move over and kill this DK with the shapeshift, but it's going to require like 4 people to kill this DK. 1, 2, 3. They need one more guy to come over. Oh, Santos tipping bot. Phoenix, move mid. Move your ass mid. Let's go. Kill the DK. Let's go. Kill the DK. Move mid. 4 heroes right now.
Spotting Innocence coming over.
They have Stampede soon from Centaur.
4 heroes over mid. Instead, they'll turn their attention over to Innocence to start this off. They've got the Electric Vortex to get the kill there on to Y.
Oh,
Faith, the last shot comes in. And here comes Mugi to go after Jinkyu. They got themselves a second. They don't get the big prize of nothing to say. Ends up getting himself a kill. Meanwhile, Magnus continuing to farm over bottom, seeing if he can maybe get something going. As he's going Echo Saber after the treads.
Treads, Echo Saber, and what next? Do you still go Agonims on this hero now?
I'm not certain. I feel like I haven't seen him much since the switch. Do they need a Blink Dagger here for Sidewire?
No, I hope not. There's a Pango, there's a Dragon Knight. They have more than enough stuns,
Yeah.
more than enough initiations. I mean, I think he has to play like a carry. I mean, sure, maybe you can buy Blink somewhere down the road, maybe your third item, but not now. I'm just still thinking whether it's still worth to go X. You used to just buy X because the skill was 0 mana, but now I'm not sure if you still do it with the 80 mana cost. Sorry, 40 mana cost. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. Mugi has no ulti. He's not supposed to hit the tower when he has no ulti, so he's punished for his sins.
They didn't even use RP for that. It's just the Rolling Thunder that comes in through, and now Innocence, Weishi, and Faith are here to look at this Snapfire burn, and burn out he will. So they get the kill on there onto the Snapfire, and Weishi quickly into an urn, be moving over to the Spirit Vessel next. Faith, meanwhile,
and Dragon Knight is pushing the tower mid with Dragon Form, forcing rotations and bounties. Runes outposts are gonna be up. 25 seconds. So Dire has to respond to this tower, and Radiant's gonna move to control the runes.
Ooh, Nyx just left. The timings on that is actually pretty bad here for the Radiant. They've got the Icarus Dive as well as the Supernova. There's the Shapeshift from Mugi. The damage there for nothing to say to get themselves one. Faith Beyond still on the run. He's got Swashbuckle to get over that hill.
4 runes.
But...
Can Radiant get 4 runes in exchange? Let's see.
Mugi.
Get the runes. Go get the runes.
He focuses on the outpost instead. Icarus Dive comes through. Spike Carapace with the stun. Jinkyu grabs the bounty rune. I don't think he's going to get the other one, though. He'll attempt it, but no chance.
3 runes. Still pretty decent. Outpost was what? One apiece?
Yes.
Oh, no. It was one apiece. They controlled the outpost after it gave XP, so didn't matter for Radiant.
Magnus going BKB next.
BKB Echo Saber. This guy. Today he's trying to buy BKB early. Yesterday he was buying BKB late.
Fool me once, you know?
I learned from my mistakes, he says. I realized it is important for the carry hero to buy a BKB. Sorry, Coach Burning, I let you down. Hey, wait, no, that coach is not burning. It's Xiaoba.
Close.
Close?
Not really, though.
Oh. So what is next for Dire after winning all their lanes? I mean, Radiant did a good job in catching up with their costs. It's just the supports are lagging behind right now. The goal lead you see here is mainly a difference in the supports. The Radiant supports are the poor. And here comes the wolf.
Again, they've got the Fiend's Grip. The Fire Snap Cookie's not going to be enough to keep nothing to say alive. They get the kill there onto the DK. They look over at Innocence. They will continue to chase. They've got the Supernova committed to this, looking over at Jinkyu, who doesn't burn out. Interesting Supernova.
Oh, what happened? Oh, he was trying to kill the Nyx solo. I see. And here comes the choo-choo.
Rolling Thunder, and they've got the Magnus TPing in. We'll see what he thinks about maybe using an RP, but the Nightmare is there. They get the kill on the Xingqiu, though. Throw out the Mortimer's Kisses. Sunray from Weishi. Shield Crush. Faith Beyond on the
Nice
run.
dodge.
Can they get the kill on the Weishi? Yes, they can. Now they've got themselves the Shockwave to pull back this Bane. They've got themselves a second, but the ball landing onto the backlines to finish off Faith Beyond, or at least attempt to. They finally do, and that was a skewer to attempt to maybe get an RP afterwards. Fire Snap Cookie. Shockwave there. There's the RP. Can he get the kill before the stun is up? The Scatter Blast gets the finishing blow onto the Storm, and that is salvaged by EHOME overall.
Oh, that's a big win for EHOME there. Taking 3 and killing the Storm in the process. Can they get the tower in return here? Dire's gonna try to defend this tower. Don't think they can actually chase and run down this Dragon Knight. He's going for Armlet. I think it's a pretty good choice here. It's gonna allow him to man fight the Lycan, and the bonus armor itself and the damage is great. So a really good transition item for him. So what's the Pango going? Vlad's. Okay. Vlad's for your Magnus. I like that. Vlad's for your Dragon Knight. Sounds good.
Are you surprised at all that the Pangolier didn't even go to the... it almost seems like a very standard Javelin early on for Pango, but Ring of Tarrasque
Not
instead.
really though. Remember when the draft came out, I said that as long as Radiant, how are they going to win the team fight? If they can outlast the combo, the Wolf Form, and the Egg, once those spells are down and they didn't die, they're going to win the team. The longer the fight goes, the better it is for all these short CD spells. So all they need to do is buy team item. You make sure everyone else is alive. You buff each other, you keep each other alive. Then you're going to win the team fight.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Go back over top to try and pressure the tower. Innocence here with nothing to say. Finally finish off that armor. He's going into the BKB, trying to match the timing that Sylar gets on his. AQ going Bloodstone and then into an Orchid. It's going to be a long build up there for the Storm. If they can continue to shut down the Storm potentially with another RP, like AQ's game could quickly fall apart.
Could be a very long game though. I think the game is going to go into like wave clear, pushing out, and the Nyx is just going to try to run around, catch someone. The game will just like proceed until someone gets Roshan. Dragon Knight is going for Rosh here. Alright. Magnus. Oh, this is actually huge if they get it. Take the Roshan away from the Lycan. Didn't expect them to be able to do this easily, so early. Unless the Vlad's and Empower just makes it so quick.
And they snuck this out under the noses of Newbee. Really well done.
So huge. It's so huge.
Wow.
So that's gonna mean the BKB is gonna be completed soon for Sylar. That's gonna be a huge deal in the team fight.
Sylar's doing a very good job playing around this Lycan. A hero that he knows so well.
He is the Lycan.
Does that help?
bot lane.
You know, hold on, Icarus dive. They've also got Faith Beyond thinking about going into the Rolling Thunder as AQ. He was in with the ball lightning, but they decide to retreat, not press their luck.
Oh, I like this Assault Cuirass on the Dragon Knight. I kind of feel he actually would do more than the BKB now. And here comes the wraparound. Sylar is here with his BKB.
Yeah, they found him with the Shockwave as well as the Fire Snap Cookie. Here comes AQ, but they've got the Impale Skewer. BKB, Fiend's Grip comes through. The Magnus in trouble. They've also got the Supernova. They get the Kona Y as well as Xingqiu. Two heroes gone to the side of EHOME, and this is looking like it's Sylar gone. Wow, it looked like potentially that EHOME were going to have the positioning there to really get something done, but now the Rolling Thunder bounces in. They'll get the kill on a Faith. They'll look for the Shapeshift onto the Lycan, the ball lining onto the back lines, but there's the RP. No, I don't think he ever got it off. He didn't. 50 seconds on the sideline, no buyback. Now they look over, nothing to say. Breathe fires out on Namugi as well as Weichi, but the Electric Vortex, Spirit Vessel on, nothing to say, and the damage there to most likely get this kill, and will.
That was a really game-winning brain. I mean the Fiend's Grip by the Bane. Sylar was almost gonna RP. Like I think that it was definitely at least 3 heroes there, but he got grip at the last moment and he couldn't get his RP off.
Better not fall off.
And that was it. The fight. No BKB after that. And the Pangolier was like so far away as well when they started to take the fight on the low ground.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ooh, Faith trying to get that outpost.
Radiant's bottom tower
I'm a
has
lucid
fallen.
dreamer.
The clutch play from the TI winner of Faith.
Are you trying to meme there? Were you trying to meme?
No. I meant before. I got a long time to get that sentence out.
Okay.
That one was a delayed reaction to what had happened bottom because he had gotten killed, and then it's like I want to say this line, but he did just die pretty easily right there.
My brain was like, are you trying to say that Faith Bang killed Faith or there's something along those lines? My brain was like lagging. I couldn't get it.
Mine was as well. That's why that line came out so late.
It's okay, you're forgiven because you're 12 hours behind you. So you're midnight now, so your brain is allowed to lag.
Oh, I'm not midnight. I'm 5 in the morning.
Isn't that okay? That's early morning, all right? Early morning.
Yeah.
Scanning.
I would never disrespect Faith like that. Great TI winner. Come on. Oh, smoke. Innocence. Yeah, easy kill there. Although, I say easy kill, he survives for a lot longer than... Oh, Fiend's Grip again from Faith! But the BKB pop by Sylar. Faith, back-to-back Fiend's Grips that win them the fight. Good impale, but Jin-Q, that's not going to help you.
Is under attack.
Wow, the Faith has changed the complexion of this game. Completely.
Is that a report on the Magnus or a comment on the Bane?
I think that depends on the region.
What? What?
NA for sure. I think that's the salt builds up, and that's like, are you kidding me, Magnus? Bam, gone. Can they find nothing to say? Can they get the kill here? They've got the Nightmare from Faith. Lockdown with Wizard following it up. Blink, Hoof Stomp, and down goes the DK.
So tell me, where do you get a comment? Which region? Do you get a comment on the Bane?
I'd throw a commend to Bane. I think
Right.
I'm the minority on that one though. I don't think many NA players are given the
You
commend
can't say NA is going to report the Magnus and you say, oh no, I'm going to comment the Bane. That doesn't work.
Ball lightning. This is as well as the electric vortex. They've got the RP now with the fire staff cookie, but the sunray from Weishi is keeping them healthy enough to survive. They get the kill there on Innocence, and now Sylar trying to look over at Wizard. Mugi without the shapeshift. Faith low. There's the swashbuckle coming in from Faith Beyond, and now they're going to turn their attention over to Wizard. Skewer forward, Icarus dive, as well as the stuns coming in. Oh my, this is falling apart heavily. There's the supernova popping. They get the kill to Sylar once again. Wizard is dead. Blink away just before the sunray and the spirit vessel tick. Oh, I don't think Faith Beyond was expecting to hit off the edge of the stairs right there.
Oh, I think he's dead.
He's got swashbuckle.
Oh, no, he's fine. That was a really, really nice egg. Finally, the Magnus gets the RP off, but he has no damage. Couldn't kill the Storm.
Yeah, Sunray just doing too much at that point. Keeping him alive. And then he pops the Bloodstone. Doing a really good job on Newbee. It felt like for a while that EHOME, it was only a 2,000 net worth lead. Like the difference in gold was basically the supports, the Phoenix to the Snapfire. But now, yeah, it's starting to feel like a lot more Newbee favored. Although it's certainly Faith just doing a great job on back-to-back fights. Like that was so clutch for him to get the Fiend's Grip multiple times. They'll
Let's
pop
go
the Elder
kill the
Dragon
Bane first.
form.
You see the Bane, kill the Bane.
And there's the stun, but the Hoof Stomp comes in from Wizard. Now the Impale as well as the Fire Snap Cookie. Faith ends up surviving. They've got the Brain Sap. AQ gets the kill there on a Nothing to Say. Jinkyu also traded. Fiend's Grip comes in onto this Pangolier. Meanwhile, they're also looking for the Snapfire off screen. Faith Beyond, Swashbuckle, surviving for a little bit longer. The Fire Spirits and the Shield Crush onto the high ground won't save his life. 4 heroes gone for none in the favor of Newbee, trying to even the series up at 1 apiece.
Let's welcome game 3, shall we? More games. That was
More
very
ga-
strange that they decided to take the fight without having the Magnus. He didn't even TP. You know, he like I don't think he wanted to come. I guess the fight was like way too far because they took the fight here. Like Dragon Knight initiated here with his blink, and Magnus was like, I don't want any part of the fight if it's here. If the fight is like nearer to the tower, then maybe yes, he would TP.
They both have AC queued as well. Both the DK and the
On who?
both the DK and the
Magnus?
Magnus are going AC. And this is an AC that Dragon Knight's been trying to get for a long time.
I mean, at this point, I think he probably needs to get a BKB. Sunray is actually wrecking him so hard because of the percent damage. He is not tanky against the Sunray at all. It's
The AC,
the
I
last
don't
hurrah,
like
Ben. If this
That's
fight
what it
doesn't
feels
go,
like.
they're probably gonna call it.
Radiant's top tower
And
is
Dire
under
is
attack.
gonna hold a high ground, place the observer on the cliff. Oh, the Phoenix has BKB, alright. Great.
Dire are scanning.
They come over, Jinkyu. Keeping some vision. Ball lightning all the way deep across. They've got the silence now onto the Magnus. Rolling Thunder, thinking about popping it. BKB. Bane can't be there in time.
Every time you click Sidar, he's BKB TPing away. He did yesterday as well. Remember the game where they had what, Huskar Troll? Okay,
Oh,
he's
Fiend's
dead.
Grip onto the Magnus. Catches up to him on the top side of the map. 65 seconds dead and doesn't have buyback, and they're going to continue to more get the kill on to Jinkyu and work on the tier 2 tower mid. That could be, you know, they wanted the
That's just
last
game.
hurrah.
Middle tower.
That's just game, you know. Lycan kills everything so quickly. The buildings.
Wingco Stomp, Ball Lightning, Electric Vortex, all out on Nothing to Say. They continue to put it all together here for Newbee to take this game 2 and force a game 3. For moments, it looked like maybe it was slipping in the way of EHOME, but Newbee hold on and they extend that lead. They took a couple of good fights on the back of Faith's Fiend's Grips and end up winning the game.
Mention the lane as well. They won all 3 lanes at the beginning, which is really, really important right now. Like having like a really good start allows you to snowball. Yeah, sure. EHOME actually put up a good fight, even though they lost their lanes. They were able to take a couple of fights on the back of the Pangolier plus Dragon Knight. But then there were like a couple of instances where they took fights where they weren't together. Or remember the first smoke when Magnus had BKB? They went behind towards the Dire Ancients, but the the Pango was not there in the fight. He was like really far away, and they initiated and they lost the fight. He BKB'd almost RP 3 heroes, but got gripped by the Bane.
Faith really holding that game together and
I mean, he's definitely the MVP this game, the Bane.
yeah, he played so well, and it stopped 2 fights that could have potentially put that game into EHOME's favor, especially the one by the secret shop over bottom.
In fact, both the supports, even Weishi on the Phoenix, had a few really, really clutch eggs where he just ran in, he got the Fire Spirit on all the melee heroes, and they couldn't kill the egg. And the only thing left was the Shredder from the Snapfire, but he couldn't kill the egg, so it was like a game-winning egg as well, like 1 or 2 of the fights. So like both the supports, the shining stars here for Newbee.
Yeah, so they end up taking game 2, and they even the series up at 1. We'll be back with game 3 in just a moment. Stay right there, get yourself something to drink, go to the bathroom, wash your hands, and we'll be back with game 3 in just a moment.